sorry for the bit of a delay. Just finishing something up. Woo! So, hello, Sarmega Stores Tea Void Dweller. Welcome back to Umineko Tsubasa. Last time we did no way it's start that gives you the menu. And last time we did the longest Tsubasa by far, and also a pretty fucking good one. Cornelia the New Plate Priest. I think this represents some of the best of Umineko, honestly. Like, right here. Just a fantastic little story. Like, really, this is some of Ryuguchi at his best, honestly, I think. Hello, Oe, welcome to the stream. Oh my god. So today, we're going to be taking a look at these little beavers, the last few. All these are kind of short, these three right here. And also, we have the postscript. So, that just leaves Hane for next time. And then what's coming after that is we're going to start the long-ass series that I don't think I'll ever be done with. Is Trails in the Sky. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Well, I guess to each their own. I personally really liked it. I thought it was very sweet. And now let's start with Who's Tea Party. This is a very interesting one, especially given some new context that we have, given Higurashi Gosotsu stuff. Who's Tea Party? Horncastle received an invitation for tea party, but who sent it? Have you ever heard the news brought by the wind? The wind is truly carrying them along and whispering in our ears. How are you, Burncastle? I am hosting a wonderful tea party. Please do participate. I assume it's feathering. How are you, Burncastle? I'm hosting a wonderful tea party. Please do participate. Who could have possibly sent this? It must be from a witch, since a witch is being invited. Oh, fascinating. Oh well, this doesn't seem too boring, so I'll play along. Guided by the wind, Burncastle came to a dark, gloomy forest. If someone were to be murdered here, they could scream all they want and nobody would hear them. This forest seems perfect for a witch's tea party. At the entrance to the forest, there was a chair-shaped tree stump with a small sign hanging on it. Welcome to the witch's tea party. Surely you must be tired from your long journey. Please feel free to take a rest on this stump. Burncastle looked the stump over. Ah, I see. They want me to sit here to trigger some sort of trap. For example, a cherry pie might fall on my head and I'll end up a laughingstock. Oh, Lemmy D. How many eons have I fell for your traps? No longer! Well, you almost got me. Burncastle was almost made into entertainment for the guests of the tea party, instead of being a guest herself. I've been hit with that goddamn chandelier one too many times! Oh, come on, Birdie Birds. You know you love it. No, I don't! She continued further down the forest path. Soon, Burn found a raspberry bush with a small table in front. On top, there was a glass of raspberry juice. You must be thirsty. Please drink this. Berncastle looked at the juice glass. Ah, I see. It's crazy. Now, with the context we have from Higurashi, like, it's kind of shocking that no one else made the connection before. But this really drives the point home. All the traps here. Ah, I see. I must be poisoned. When I drink this, my stomach will start hurting so much that I'll break down in pain. And I'll end up a laughingstock. Well, you almost got me. Berncastle's figured yet another trap out. Wherever she went, the forest was full of various traps waiting for her. Please eat this, it's delicious fruit. I'm not falling for that! This is obviously poison too. Why not play around for a bit? Here's a fun ivy swing. Not falling for that! This is certainly a trap. That was easy to figure out. After some time, she ended up in the deepest part of the forest. There she saw a house made out of candy. You have truly done well. Please knock and enter. Who's the host of this ludicrous tea party? I hope I can at least get a look at their face. Ah, I see. This house must be a trap too. I should be careful. Berncastle held her breath and carefully looked inside the house. Oh, new CG! Oh, wow. I love it. There have been few and far between for the Tsubasas, but they've been here. Oh, wow. Inside, Lambda, Delta, and Featherine were drinking tea and having a chat together. So, oh my god. Hey, Owl, remember that time that you tricked me into killing the birdie birds over and over and over and over again? Until I just, realized it was this fun thing and I did it without that anyway. Yes, of course. And then I bonked myself on the head. Huh? What? Wait a minute. What happened? I wasn't there for that. Oh, never mind. Oh well. Bird will certainly come soon. She's even more skeptical than a cat. She'll think this all to be a trap and then turn back before she gets here. The two arguing about whether or not Bern would end up coming to the party. No, Bern will certainly absolutely come! I stake my title as the Witcher's certainty on it! Also, she's not one to be scared of traps. Believe me, I put her through way too much experience. She's completely numb to traps. I have, seriously set so many. Literally millions. Literally millions. And she always falls for it! Whether it's chairs, drinks, or snacks, it doesn't matter. I left all those things on her way to make her trip more enjoyable. Bird'll come here and she'll be in a nice mood. We'll see. Since she's my former Miko, I know her well. You have no idea how clumsy, silly, and scared she is. She doesn't have enough heart to figure your plan out. You won't admit her like that, weren't you? Well, she's changed now. Ever since she started playing with me, Bird opened up a lot. She's not the same person she was before. Oh, really? No matter how much you might feed a stray cat, it will never become attached to you. The two of us will be the only guests at this tea party. She'll come! Bear will certainly come! I swear, as the Witch of Certainty! No, she won't. I think that, there's also, she it really does feel like she learned her lesson, after Sotsu. And, now they just do it for fun more than anything else. And I guess a sense of nostalgia. Given how many eons they've been alive. Yeah. She's passing the blame on to Featherine. Because Featherine gave her the power. Yeah. For Gaston. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for her. So, but it also wouldn't happen if it wasn't for her. Oh, jeez. No, she won't. There's no way. I'll swear it is the Witch of Theatre going. She'll come. She's a different person now, even though I might bear some responsibility. It's partially my fault, but things are okay now, right? Right? Byrne quickly went backwards along the forest path. Did she sense another trap and decide to turn back? No, that wasn't it. It's just an owl thinks I won't come. So I'll do it just to spite her. The last thing I want to do is what that bitch expects of me. Yep, that's the only reason. Lambda has nothing to do with it. Not at all, Baka! Ah! Byrne was muttering to herself while still rapidly walking backwards. If she did want to join the tea party, why was she doing that? She went all the way back to the entrance to the forest. All the way back to the chair-shaped stump with the sign. Yeah, I'm really exhausted from walking this much. I'll just rest here for a bit. Byrne sat on the chair. This was the roundabout way of doing things, but she did end up participating in Lambda Delta's tea party. And here I was... And here I was thinking you're as skeptical as a cat. To think that you'd fall for a trap of this level. You disappoint. Actually, no. You truly never let me get bored. Hello, XD, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've changed. I've become more paper thanks to Lambda. Ah, birdie birds! Lammy, whammy, poo. Snuggle, snuggle, snuggle. Snuggle, snuggle, snuggle. Berncastle was sitting on the stump bound by chains with a cheesecake on top of her head. It looked almost like a hat. The trap was designed to be triggered by whoever sits on the chair. Did you have fun? Well, it's not bad. Not as nostalgic as the chandelier, but not as painful either. Ah, the chandelier, that's a classic! If it was a plum jam pie instead of a cheesecake, I would have given you a perfect score. Oh no, the cheesecake suits you perfectly. It truly matches your hair well. And you, Wow. Natto and Okara jam would probably suit your head best. Now that Bern has arrived, the fun tea party of witches could finally begin. Look at us, just chilling together at tea party with just like some Toho characters. Sounds of having these big badass battles. Clearly there's some missing information in Berncastle, but it does seem like whenever Berncastle found out about Featherine's role and everything, she's shifted all the blame, or most of the blame, to her. That's what it feels like. Probably because she likes her. Now this one I always thought was quite odd. To Mount Purgatory Sakatato. Yeah, that CG was a great one. Like, yes, it is a lovely CG, absolutely. Sakatato awakens to find himself in Mount Purgatory. What trials await him? How long have I been here? Things seem to have changed since I woke up. Uryu. Because I was neither in the warm futon, nor the basket full of stuffed animals. Uryu. Oh wow, this is new. This rocky background here. It was dark, and I found myself standing at the base of a rocky mountain. There was no grass, just a naked rock. There were trees, but they were completely withered, not a single leaf on them. Who am I? Where am I? You are Maria's precious stuffed lion. Sakutaro. Thanks to that voice, I remembered everything. That's exactly right. Him Sakutaro, a stuffed lion. Uryu. Why am I here? Where's Maria? Remembering things one by one, I arrived at my last memory and figured out where I was. This place is Mount Purgatory. We're standing at its base. It's not odd if you consider her, if you consider she makes an exception for Lambda Delta in basically everything she does. She doesn't treat Lambda Delta like she does other people. This person is Virgilia. One of the witches who gave me a soul. Yeah, Virgilia actually gets to act like a Virgil here, yeah. Which son? I'd like to go back to Maria. If I don't come back, Maria's sure to cry. How can I go home? You should be able to go home after arriving at the summit of the mountain. However, this is a terrible trial indeed. If I endure this, will I be able to come back to Maria? That's correct. But it will be a harrowing experience. Uryu. Oh, I see you're a fan of Bleach. Huh? I'll do whatever it takes to come back to Maria. Virgilia told me all that fearful trial that was ahead, but I remained composed. If that was the only path that led back to Maria, I had no reason not to follow it. Clenching my fists as well as my cotton, I began to ascend Mount Purgatory. This is the first rank. Here the sin of pride is purified. Look. Whoever committed such a sin during their lifetime is now forced to carry a heavy stone on their back. That was what Virgilia told me. She also told me that the demons at Mount Purgatory would find me here.
You've committed the sin of pride. You cannot continue without purifying it.
Uryu. What did I do to commit such a sin?
You decided that Mario will be helpless without you. Awfully conceited for a stuffed animal. No. That is your sin of pride. Thus you shall carry this stone around until I say that you've done enough.
Doing that takes a lot out of me. But first, I thought that around an hour would be enough for them to attain forgiveness for this. However, it wasn't as simple as it seemed. You get it. I'm currently dead. Since I want something as far-fetched as being revived, there is no way I'd be easily forgiven. Uryu. I understand. I will persevere until Demon-san says it's enough. I was burdened with a heavy rock that matched my size. Well, it was more just a stone. I'll get dusty if I carry this thing around on my shoulders. But for Maria's sake, I have to come back home as fast as I could. I took the large stone and started going around the first rank of the mountain over and over, together with the crowd of the dead. I must come back to Maria, right? Of course. I want to come back. But that was made Demon-san mad, wasn't it? I have to try harder. Day by day. Oh, it's still him talking. Damn it. Day by day, without any rest, I carried the stone around in circles.
Well done, Sakutaro. Your sin of pride is purified.
I just realized he's saying Oni-san, but it's like, it also sounds like Oni-san, you know, like, like an older brother, which is interesting because Sakutaro is a furnisher, so it's like a rank below a demon, so it kind of fits. Thank you, Demon-san. May I ascend the mountain now?
Indeed.
Isn't that wonderful, Sakutaro? Come, up. Virgilio was waiting for my trial to be over this whole time. It took me 2 whole years. I was so dusty that even if I dived deep into water, it wouldn't wash away. Rather than a yellow line, it became a brown bear. Maria won't hate me for just being a little dirty. I'm coming. Let's ascend. This is the 2nd rank. That is so gruesome. Here, people walk around with their eyelids sewn shut. I was once more stopped by a demon.
You were always jealous of Maria's relationship with her mother. Until that sin of envy is purified, you may not ascend.
That could well be true. When Maria watched TV with her kind mama, I was always sitting on Maria's lap. She only talked to Mama, so I can't say I never felt envy during those times. Uryu. That is also my sin. I will endure this trial.
You're a stuffed lion. You don't have eyelids. Ah, this is awkward. Let's see. I could tear out the black fabric that makes up your eyes.
The eyes that Mario always praised for being cute. So cute. It depends, Void Dweller. Certain things do, but most things don't. Like, you know, body parts being ripped off, but like anything to do with like, you know, the eyes and shit like that, like, ooh. We're torn off in an instant. Cotton almost started spilling out of the holes. Cotton is precious. It's thanks to Cotton that I'm fluffy, and that Mario's happy with me. Holding it back with both of my hands, I unsteadily crawled on the surface of the mountain, challenging the new trial. The trial in the second rank took 2 whole years as well.
Well done. Your sin of envy is purified.
Oh good, I'm glad he gets his eyes back.
Come, let us restore your eyes.
The demon sewed the black fabric. Oh, the demon sewed the black fabric of my eyes back on. It wasn't done very well. My face ended up changing somehow. Because I spent so long crawling around. The white fabric of my belly became completely black and worn out as well. But I will persevere. I will definitely come back to Maria. Uryu. The third rank. Here the sin of wrath is purified.
You, a stuffed animal, have resented Maria and Rose's relationship. Until that sin is purified, you may not ascend.
The fourth rank. Here the sin of sloth is purified.
You've spent a lot of time with Maria in leisure, stealing both her independence and her opportunities to study. Until that sin is purified, you may not ascend.
This trial also took a long time. At the third rank, in the middle of terribly heavy smoke, I was forced to constantly pray while choking violently. By the end, the smell of smoke would no longer come out. I was sad, because Maria hated the scent of tobacco smoke. At the fourth rank, I was made to run around the mountain. I was chased by a dreadful demon and it was very scary. My fabric kept getting caught on rocks and cotton kept getting torn out. Only after I purified this sin. I did notice that my right leg had been torn to pieces.
ここは第5巻
The fifth rank.
貪欲の罪を清めるところです
Here the sin of greed is purified.
僕はマリアに誰よりもそしていつまでも昨日までよりも愛されたいと常に願ってきました
I always wanted Mario to love me more than anyone else.
それが貪欲の罪になるかもしれません
That probably was greed.
It seems you're starting to understand. Here, you will bow to the ground and repent.
ここは第6巻
The sixth rank.
暴食の罪を清めるところです
Oh, we're just speedrunning them now. Here the sin of gluttony is purified.
ウリュ
Udio. No, I don't eat, so there's no way.
僕はマリアが一人ぼっちでお留守番をする夜によくお菓子パーティーを開こうと言ってました
Oh, god damn it, I just realized some evenings when Mario was home alone, I suggested her to buy some snacks.
寝る前にお菓子を食べるのがいけないことだと知っていたのにです
Even though I knew that eating snacks and is bad for your health.
それは暴食の罪になると思います
That probably was gluttony.
I see that you understand. You saved me the explanation. Here, you must repent before you eat.
Hey, I'm finally good for one. I don't even eat. This trial seemed easy compared to all the previous ones. However, it was already nighttime on Mount Purgatory. The wind blew, it rained and snowed. Sometimes boiled sulfur came raining down. Spending several years to repent for all my sins, I became more and more worn out. The wind and the rain caused me to become completely black. I looked more like a dusty mop than a stuffed animal. If you were to brush your cheek against me now, I wouldn't feel soft at all. I feel like a dirty, wrung-out mop. One that's completely stiff and dry. During the time I was being soaked by the rain and dried by the sun, both my legs and my left arm were torn off. What is left of him? My mane became black and damaged. Even if nobody tells me about it, I know full well that I look nothing like a lion anymore. I finally overcome the 7th rank and finished my trials. Sheila has been guiding me through this for over 10 years now. I'm not a lion anymore. I'm not a stuffed animal. I'm just a cool-colored cotton mop. I overcame every trial, but I'm very sad. Mario won't recognize me like this. I was made by your mama, and I was a unique stuffed animal. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So the only one who could fix me is Mama herself. And that is something I knew from the start. Oh god, Sakutaro. And since it was my own creator who destroyed me, she'll probably never fix me again. I have purified all my sins, but I can no longer return to Maria as Sakutaro. Urio.
サクタロ、本当によく頑張りました。
Sakutaro, you did very well.
あなたは 天国へ行くことを選ばない代わりに、ベアトリーチェの魔法で再び人間の世界に蘇ることが特別に許されました。
Instead of going to heaven, you can choose to have Beatrice's magic revive you once again in the world of humans.
僕はこんなにもみすぼらしい黒ずんだ綿の塊に過ぎません。
But I'm just a black lump of cotton now.
こんな僕が本当に作太郎なのでしょうか。
Am I really Sakutato anymore? Oh, this is a rather ship of Theseus question, isn't it?
マリアは本当に僕を作太郎だと分かってくれるでしょうか。
Will Mari even recognize me?
あなたをあなただと認めてくれるかどうかは誰にもわかりません。
Well, nobody could answer that question except herself.
それを知ることが恐ろしいなら、あなたは天国へ登ることもできるのですよ。
If you're too afraid to find out, it's okay if you choose not to revive. Sakutaro felt unsure about his decision. I'm not even a stuffed animal anymore. I'm just a dirt black piece of cotton. Even if I were to come back to Maria, there's no chance she'll know who I am.
どちらにしますか？
What's your choice, dear?
天国でも人間界でも。
Or you go back to the world of humans or not?
どちらを選んでも良いのですよ。
Either choice is fine with me.
ウリュウ、
Uryu,
僕の答えは決まってます。
I've decided.
マリアはあなたが作太郎だと分かってくれないかもしれませんよ。
Maria might not recognize you, you know.
マリアが僕を分かってくれるかじゃないんです。
It's not important whether she will recognize me.
僕がマリアの近くにいたいんです。
I want to be by your side.
僕のことを汚い綿の塊だと思ってしまってもいいんです。
Even if she decides I'm just a dirty lump of cotton, that's fine.
わかりました。
Very well.
それではあなたをベアトリーチェの魔法に委ねることにしましょう。
Then I shall entrust you to Beatrice's magic.
六軒島のベアトリーチェのもとへ。
To Beatrice of Rokenjima.
いいえ、違います。
No, no, not her.
あなたの試練の間に新たなものがベアトリーチェの名を受け継ぎました。
While you were doing your trials, a new person inherited the name of Beatrice. One who was a rather fantastic expert at revival.
そのもののもとであなたは蘇ります。
She will be the one to revive you. It's ironic because I use the same voice for Gengaro as I did for... Gengaro got the Sakutaro voice when he was in his true form.
その無限の魔法による奇跡で
Through the miracle of endless magic. Sakutaro slowly woke up. It smelled dusty. A futon shop, maybe? This was neither Maria's room nor Beatrice's mansion. Sakutaro heard someone's voice. He heard someone descending a wooden staircase. Who's there? Who's there? Will they recognize me as Sakutaro? Will they take me back to Maria? I was mixed in with a bunch of other stuffed animals and continued to slumber. This CG, I remember seeing it for the first time. Yep, right here. We see it from the perspective of Sakutaro. Hilarious Void Dweller. Alright. Alright, and I think this is the shortest one of all. Arigato for 556. An old story about the Chiestra sisters. To everyone, thank you. This just gives some background for the Chiestra 556. The only other story that 556 is in, besides that Valentine card. Arigato for 556. Oh, this sounds like an Ace Attorney song. The Chiestra Sisters' Imperial Guards were supposedly Memorial Corps, formed in the commemoration of the flight of the Red Dragon. However, that was merely a superstition. Objection! I'm sorry. I just had to do it. This, God. This is such an Ace Attorney vibe. This is merely superstition. According to the Ministry of Defense, the formation and all operations of the Chiestra Corps were carefully planned for. The new 410 voice? Oh god. I always forget which number is which. Help me out, XT. Which one is that? The only one I remember exactly is 00, because, you know, it's 00, with the military voice. For 68 years, the Ministry has been gathering design documents from all domestic military magic manufacturers in order to create a new type of magical soldiers for the Imperial Guard. Hold it! Let's see. Take that! I'm sorry. Oh, I guess it's the same 410 voice that. Thank you, OA. 410 is. Yeah. It's the same 410 voice that I always had. I think I've just gotten a bit better at doing it. Yeah. It's just a slightly raspier Lammy D. Just like how Gertrude is, you know, a slightly more bored-sounding Berncastle. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, again, yeah, 00 is the same, again, the same voice I remember using. I think I just got better at doing it. I hope I did, at least. There are strict specifications set for the so-called 3F project. These specifications, namely, were first ejection, first shot, and first kill. Certain convenience factors, such as ease of maintenance and quick deployment, were also requested. At long last, two well-known companies, the RAC and Chiestra, had offered to design a new model of magical life form and submitted their respective design documents. The RAC have made impressive changes to the traditional Model M to bring it up to date with new Imperial Guard specifications, putting emphasis specifically on fighting strength as not to tarnish the name of King Pendragon. In order to meet the 3F specification, the model was given overwhelming independent offensive capabilities. And a tremendous capacity for onboard weaponry. Yeah, I decided to just make her sound a bit more unique, I guess. The model could demonstrate heavy firepower, even with just a single unit, and at least based on the design document, was powerful enough to rewrite the entire history of weapons. The Ministry was so obsessed with the word single unit and heavy firepower, that Model M would almost certainly win the competition, even though there was no official word on that as of yet. On the other hand, the Chiestra company decided to emphasize quick maintenance operation and deployment. Contrary to the Rax Model M, the Chester series model was inexpensive, robust, and easy to deploy in large quantities. We know how many there are, yeah. In order to meet the 3S specification, Chester have decided to avoid single unit implementation plans altogether. The Chester series was developed with a unique communication ability that allowed them to coordinate matters of tactics. Despite the series having multiple advantages, this CG was always so crazy. It was only used in like a not CG background, like in that one like weird section where Will had gone to like this complete other world to solve a mystery. Like that's crazy. Despite the series having multiple advantages, the officials were under the impression that the minister intended to create individual units powerful enough to be King Pendragon's personal guard. So they haven't paid any mind to the Chester design at all. However, that decision had to be re-evaluated due to ongoing changes in the state of military equipment. Hell, known for its vast quantity of military resources, was feared as the greatest military power at the time. However, Hammond managed to rewrite military history in 1971 by successfully constructing the Spirit Particle Combat System. This allowed to completely bypass the usual military approach that relied entirely on brute force and strength. He didn't, Extian. That was before Will met Leon. With this new system, the figure of heavily armed lone hero became a thing of the past, was relegated to fairy tales and such. The Chester Company was quick to react to the change and added anti-spirit particle combat capabilities to the Chester sisters. This took the form of the most prominent feature of the Chester series, the so-called rabbit ears. The RAC, meanwhile, could not modify the Model M's traditional hardware to include the new capabilities. It does sound very Fate-like, doesn't it, Doris? Because of this, the rapidly evolving and adaptable system that Chester had to offer was now on a whole different level. Additionally, in direct contrast with the Model M, Chester had sacrificed the amount of pre-installed onboard equipment so that their model could specialize in stealth. In addition to that, the Chester lobbyists were showing strong efforts. That year, the Minister of Defense made a substantial change to the 3F specification and declared anti-spirit particle combat measures to be a top priority. And thus, the previously overlooked Chester series ended up in the limelight in just a single day. The final implementation of the Chester series has been successful, and the company was given the privilege of naming this new series the Memorial Order, formed in commemoration of the flight of the Red Dragon. The Chester sisters, being the first Imperial Guards to go against the conventional idea of being implemented as single standalone units, were noticed by conservative government officials who were still failing to grasp the idea of the Spirit Particle Combat System. They went on to immediately declare the Chester series as cheap, primitive, obviously ineffective dolls. Oh, this chandelier is, I think it's a Higurashi CG. Let's see. Well, I mean, all the stakes would clearly be assassin class. For sure. XDN. Let's see. I'd say the Chesters fit as Lancers. The Chesters and Renove fit as Lancers, yeah. Well, maybe Gop is more of a berserker, I guess, maybe? However, these heavily specialized modular designs allowed for a low manufacturing cost, simplified further development, as well as increased the speed of deployment. It eventually became obvious to everyone that choosing specialized units, according to their respective abilities, would allow to deal with any mission imaginable. The individual abilities of each Chester unit was a far cry from those of the other heavily armed Imperial Guards. However, the squad of sisters formed from specialized soldiers, each with their own area of expertise, kept improving their results with each fight they participated in. The name Sisters was given to Chester units due to their powerful intercommunication capabilities. Oh yeah, Dolinar would definitely be better as a berserker, for sure, yeah. Chester 410 was designed as a sniper. Aside from having a phenomenal firing range, she was equipped with a special analog radar. Yeah. The spirit particles themselves provide precise information. With that in mind, their data should obviously be read digitally. However, the battlefield itself is analog, not digital. Yeah. Some of them are archers. Burncastle, not all of them, I would say. Like, for instance, 410 would be an archer. The battlefield is analog, not digital. The possibility for unexpected circumstances outside of pure ones and zeros did exist. Chester 410 was designed specifically to excel in that gray area. Yeah. Early on, she was ranked quite low. During practice, her skills as a sniper were mediocre at best, and her peculiar personality didn't do her any favors either. She made her decisions based not so much on information provided by friendly troops, as on her own ideas, which led her to being thought of as a rogue who refused to follow orders.
Chester 45, reporting for duty, sir.
However, after she was paired with Chester 45, who specialized in firing calculations, 410 started to rapidly improve. The following year, she participated in a war between several puppet nations, and dramatically blossomed into an excellent field sniper. And just a week after taking up her post, she had achieved a grand victory against 34th Automated Giant Squadron by using an armor-piercing sniper bow from a range of 1800 Marut. I'm guessing that's a unique measurement. Causing fatal damage to 2 units and disabling 1 unit's walking capacity. Her military achievements only kept increasing from that point on. A year later, she was promoted. Yeah! Her former teacher was present on the promotion ceremony with a face full of shock and surprise. Thanks to the golden bow, the symbol of sniper's honor, her talents only grew further. She achieved all of that much faster than even the most elite snipers of the Chester Imperial Guards. Or so they say, anyway. It's nice to think that the 410's rare talent could bloom thanks to excellent support provided by 45. However, as I said this, giving the credit to both of them, 410 burst into laughter and told me the truth.
45が必死こいてクソ真面目に測量したデータを無視してやるとあたふた困り出すのが面白かっただけに。 You know, it's so fun to just ignore the data that 45's calculated so seriously and watch her huff and puff in anger, nya.
410はいつもひどいんです。
Fortune is a meanie.
私がちゃんと当たるように頑張って測量してるのに全然無視したりとかするんです。あんまりです。
I always work hard to give you the most precise calculations possible, and you just ignore them. Maybe. 45の測量は結構おかしいから、それくらいでちょうどいいね。Your calculations are always so ridiculous that I'm better off ignoring them anyway, nya.
結構なんてひどいです。最近はほとんどないです。
What do you mean ridiculous? How cruel! I don't even remember what her last successful mission was.
いっぱい怒られたから特に注意してるんです。
Everyone just criticizes us. Yeah. Don't nya me.
Let's talk about Chester 45 as well. 45 was specially created for the purpose of spirit particle calculations during combat. I was trying to do that. That's what that voice I was trying to go for, like a Stephanie Shea type Hinata Mikan type thing. I see. Her calculations were meant to be ruthlessly exact, with not even a 1-bit margin for error. However, these digital measurements cannot be interpreted well by units designed to process analog data. Furthermore, she was weak and easily intimidated, which led her to being unsure of her own results. In a manner of speaking, this made her the worst measurer possible. Needless to say, her training record was as poor as well, causing her peers in the Imperial Guard to entrust her with nothing but rear surveillance, treating her like baggage.
Yeah.
Pairing 45 together with the rebellious 410 was interpreted by the majority as an attempt to get rid of the two most problematic Chester sisters. However, since they became a pair, they began to produce excellent results. I guess anything can happen in this world. I struggled to understand this for the longest time. I don't know whose perspective this is written from. However, I may have finally reached my answer as to why this strange duo became the amazing sniper combination that they are. I believe the reason to be that 410 is the leader of the pair. Thanks to her stubbornness and disobedience, 410 was usually paired with more experienced soldiers who could monitor and control her. Even if 410 followed orders only half-heartedly, she still could not disobey her superiors. She couldn't act independently. However, 45 could not keep 410 under her control. This finally gave 410 the space she needed to demonstrate her true talent. Calling this independence is a bit of a stretch, though. Perhaps it'd be more accurate to describe it as 410 running amok and ignoring 45's orders.
Yeah. Hi.
So I thought that perhaps 410's recklessness is what allowed her capabilities as a sniper to blossom. However, that didn't seem to be the only reason. 410 liked to tease 45 by purposefully ignoring her measurements. And she could still pull it off very difficult attacks. Such astounding shots surprised and shocked 45. 410's self-satisfaction with this has further contributed to her military success. Honestly, 45 hated being treated like 410's toy. She was a nice and honest person, and she just saw this mocking and harassing relationship as unfair to her. Yeah, give me a break, please. She has, on several occasions, petitioned to be paired up with someone other than 410. However, the headquarters were very aware of the military success of this specific pairing, so her petitions were always denied. Ideally, both of them would be proud of the results they achieved. But 410's precise shooting was obviously the main point of interest for others. Nobody even cares about my calculations. Therefore, many contributed their successes to 410 alone. Even 410 herself has once declared that to be the case. This obviously didn't make 45 very happy. She was completely overshadowed by 410. Oh, this is from Double O's perspective. Okay, that makes sense.
Since I was their superior, I felt responsible and decided to ask 410 why she treated her partner so harshly. 10, hot! I never even said a word of gratitude to her.
お前とて45からリンクがなければ数々の狙撃は成し得なかったはず。
Without 45, most of your shots would have failed, soldier!
もう少しそのことを45に感謝してもいいのではないか。
Shouldn't you thank her?
ねえねえ、またダブルオーがお説教を言い出したね。にゃにゃ、Double O was reading my lectures にゃ。にゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃにゃ。
410 stared at me blankly. 45 had her own share of problems, and I tried to explain to 410 that she should try to put her mind at ease. Looking a little indignant from hearing that, 410 spoke to me.
Double O は誤解してるにゃ。Double O, you don't get it にゃ。私は確かに戦果を威張るし自慢もするにゃ。Yes, I like to talk big and boast about our victories. でもそれを私一人の戦果だなんて思ったことはないし、いつだって二人の戦果だと思ってるに。But I haven't once thought of them as my own. The credit also always belongs to both of us, Nia.
そうなのか。
Really?
お前の普段の言動からはとても二人の戦果だったと思っていたとは思えんのだが。
It doesn't look like you honestly think that way.
Oh, wow. Thank you, X10. Oh. I've tried to get better at doing both types of voices. So thank you for that.
失礼な話だに。Rude にゃ。私は45をこれまでで、そしてこれからも最高のパートナーだと思ってるに。I always thought 45 to be my best partner.
Partner.
And I always will. 45とならできないことは何もないに。With 45, I can do anything, yeah! 最高のパートナー She's an irreplaceable friend! いつまでもずっとペアでいたいと思ってるに。I was sort of this amazing team, yeah!
Seeing her smile, I couldn't bring myself to tell her that 45 had petitioned for a partner change.
つまり、お前には45に感謝する気持ちはあるのか？
So, you're actually thankful to 45?
あるに。Of course, にゃ。当然だに。パートナーだに。She's my partner! そんなこと、ダブルオーにくどくど言われる方がムカつくに。It kind of pisses me off that you did that, yeah.
Instead of admonishing her, I should have really been admonishing myself. I finally understood the main point of difference between them. 410 is rebellious. She often exaggerates things and boasts. It seemed to me, and probably to most outsiders, that she was merely boasting of her own abilities. However, she knew that she couldn't do it without 45, and was trying to praise her as well. Not only that, but she acknowledges 45 as the best possible partner, and hopes to remain by her side forever. How adorable. But the feelings never reached 45, and that was a problem. She just thought that she was incompetent, and that 410 was mocking her and making fun of her. She thought that their success was only thanks to 410 alone, and that a more experienced jester could be much more helpful as a partner to 410. So I spoke to 410 clearly. I told her that she should express her gratitude with words if she really is thankful and not be so tsundere.
But I don't want it.
どうして
Why?
感謝してます。ありがとうなんて。
I appreciate your help, thank you. Yeah.
そんなこっぱずかしいこと、わざわざ口に出して言うなんて情けないに。
That kind of thing is so embarrassing to actually put into words, you know.
45と私は最高のパートナーだから、今さらそんなことを言わなくても心は十分通じ合ってるに。
45 and I are the best partners, so we understand each other without words.
I think you should explain this to 45.
What was that? I can't believe she's dumping me.
How do you know that?
You keep narrating in that voice double you.
Thank you, Vergastal. The feelings were too complicated to be put into words. If she did put them into words, it would dilute the raw emotion. Having told me this, 410 chose to ignore my advice. Because I'm blinded in my right eye, I became inefficient in my specialty of reconnaissance. So my final task seemed to be keeping this troublesome pair of snipers in line. 410 was also aware of my blind spot, so she nimbly dodged my emotionally charged slap.
Nah.
Chester 556 was created as a prototype for state-of-the-art weaponry, and thus she joined the Imperial Guards for experimental purposes. She specialized in fire support, or in other words, the heavy firepower. I'm so glad that she got a sprite, seriously. She looks very cute. At the time, 410 had already achieved worldwide fame as a charismatic sniper. So, the management believed that joining her up together with 556 and her new weaponry was a surefire way for 410 to achieve even greater victories.
分隊火力支援？
Fire support.
そりゃまたごっついのが来たに。
Who needs that?
私たちのペアは遠距離に特化していますが、大量の敵による一斉突撃を近距離で食い止める力には欠けています。
Pierce specializes in long-range attacks, so lacking in the ability to suppress enemies at short range.
きっとそれを補ってくれる方なんじゃないかと。
I think she's meant to help us compensate for that.
遠距離で美味しい獲物だけもらって、あとは神出鬼没に蒸発ってのがうちらのお箱に。
Picking up delicious prey from long distance and vanishing into thin air is our specialty. Yeah.
分隊火力支援なんてのろま必要ないに。
We don't need no stupid fire support. Yeah.
410 was saying that they had no need for a newbie who would only get in their way. However, since 45 thought of herself as a hindrance as well, those words hurt her. But 410 simply didn't want anyone to intrude on a relationship with 45. She thought things were already perfect as is. I understood what both of them were feeling, and the situation made me uncomfortable. The scar on my ear started acting up an itch.
聞こえるか556
Do you copy, 556?
準備はいいか
Are you ready?
はい、556準備よしです。
556 here. I'm fully prepared.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. 556 was practicing on the outdoor shooting range. This was her debut as the state-of-the-art weaponry. At a glance, 556 seemed to be on pretty much the same wavelength as 45. She was meek, polite, and utterly incompatible with 410.
目標青の標的群
Blue target group.
45測定開始
45, begin transmission!
了解。
Roger.
地形測定開始。誤差修正。
Commencing terrain analysis and error correction.
556にデータリンク。
556. Data link. Yeah.
どの程度のもんかお手並み拝見。
Let's see what you got. Time for the data link.
45よりデータリンク。
45, data link.
目標補足。
Targets identified.
感謝します。
Thank you very much.
攻撃開始。
Commencing attack. 556 drew a large crude-lead bow. It didn't have even a hint of the greatness that the golden bow of 410 and 45 possessed. However, elegance has nothing to do with firepower. In direct contrast to 556's gentle looks, the bow spat out a swelling lead serpent toward the 10-odd targets standing in a row. The serpent slithered under the targets as if licking and tasting them, and then cut them down sideways, crushing them to tiny pieces. It was nothing like beautifully sniping and piercing the opponent's weak point with a single golden arrow. Instead, it was an utterly terrifying attack that made use of dozens or even hundreds of lead arrows that would completely overwhelm any opponent. We couldn't help but stand in awe of the merciless offensive power of this new type of weaponry. Then, I immediately understood. This overwhelming firepower would only set 410's heart alight. There's no doubt. This will be a giant headache. Oh, look. It's starting. 410 is teasing her already. What a pain. Oh.
なかなかやるね。
It seems like you know your stuff, Nya.
ありがとう。
Thank you very much.
45のデータリンクのおかげです。
It was all thanks to 45's data link.
Senya!
いいえ。
Not at all.
あのくらいの距離でしたら。
That's such a short range.
556の射撃レーダーでも十分に捕捉できますし。
Your radar alone would have done just fine, 556.
でも45のデータのおかげで射撃を成功できました。
Nevertheless, my firing succeeded thanks to the data provided by you.
ありがとう。
Thank you very much.
どうも。
You are very welcome. Oh my
556 had a calm demeanor and a gentle way of talking.
Oh wow, maybe you think of Gladys? That's what. Holy shit. Dang. Thank you, Away. Wow.
She also had the tendency to express her gratitude indiscriminately.
Almost every time she
responded to someone, she would thank them.
でも美しくないね。
Oh, well, yeah.
ほんの15個の的を撃ち抜くだけであんなにバリバリと鉛の矢を撃ちまくって。
Hello, Sarabi. Welcome to the stream.
Sure, you spread your shots all over the place and turn in 15 butts.
真ん中に小さく穴を開ければいいものを的ごと粉々にしちゃって。
All you had to do was just pierce the middle once, and the target would have just completely shattered. You wasted so many shots showing off. Yeah.
こら410、戦争に美しいも美しくないもないぞ。
Hey, 410, that has no relevance in actual combat.
556の射撃に難癖をつけるな。
Let 556 do her job.
556も気にするな。
556, don't pay her any mind.
410は少しひねくれたところがあって。
410 can be somewhat difficult. 10.
いえ、そんなことはありません。00。
No, it's no problem at all, Double O.
ありがとう。
Thank you very much.
そして410もありがとう。
Thanks to you too, 410.
そうですね。美しくないし、いくら戦争でもああいう戦い方は良くないと思います。
You're right that I could have done better.
それを教えてくれてありがとう。
Thank you very much for pointing that out.
No! Rabbit, you! Ah! What am I gonna do?
You! You've got some ulterior motives, haven't you, dear? Can't you just see that I'm a good girl who is always very nice? Just accept it because I'm not going to stop, 410.
Never! Yeah!
Thank you, Castle.
Even though 410 was just finding something to nitpick, 556 smiled gently and thanked her anyway.
410や45ほどの腕があるなら
Were my skills as great as yours, 45 and 410?
正確に狙ったところを射抜くことで不必要な痛みも無駄な犠牲も一切出さずに
I could aim precisely where I needed to.
最小限の痛みだけで任務を達成できると思います。
And crush my victims completely without wasting any ammo.
でも私のような乱暴な射撃では相手を無慈悲に打ち砕くだけ。
But my crude weapon is not designed for such precision.
戦場であっても無慈悲であることは許されないと思います。
I do think it's acceptable to be callous on the battlefield.
それを教えてくれてありがとう。
Thank you very much for bringing my attention to that.
Oh god, Sarabi.
410 never expected her rudeness to be met with gratitude.
I want to be shipped with a big-eared girl by the road to get built with Majoka, but I'm making my pairing with 45 work. Screw off, you dark-haired thief! Yeah!
Thank you, Castle.
Afterwards, many similar incidents took place, with 410 picking fights about various things, and 45 desperately trying to patch things up. and it always ended with 556's words of gratitude.
Yeah!
This kept repeating itself until 410 nicknamed 556 the Thanks Banya and stormed off. It got to the point where she set various wily coyote-like traps for 556, but she dodged them all with grace while 410 kept getting caught in them afterwards. It was very funny, although slightly repetitive. This seemed to sour 45's mood completely. 410 walked away sulkily, and 45 went after her. Thanks, Banya is a horrible nickname.
いいえ、
Not at all.
チームメイトに初日にあだ名をもらえるなんて思いませんでしたから嬉しいです。
I never expected my teammates to give me a nickname on my very first day. It is an honor.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
どうしてそんなにもありがとうと
Why are you thanking her for that?
何か意味があるのなら教えてほしい。
Is there some reason behind it? 410's rebellious nature was clearly reflected in her speech as well, raising similar questions. For example, that Nia at the end. But 556 didn't seem like a troublemaker, and she didn't realize the irony behind her thanking everyone like that. I was curious to learn more about it. And that was when 556 spoke without thanking anyone for the first time. Oh, she gets CG.
強いです。
Oh, God. Awesome. I am strong.
シエスタ本社試験チームでも抜群の成績でした。
I got excellent marks in the Chiasa headquarters test team.
ですが、うぬぼれたことはありません。
But none of that is something to brag about.
私が最高の成績を出せるのは、そのために側面を支援してくれたチームメイトがあってこそです。
The only reason I ever succeeded is thanks to my friends.
だから私は常に自分の成績はそれを支えてくれた近しい仲間たちのおかげだと感謝しています。
That is why I will always thank my comrades for supporting me.
You're too pure-hearted! What am I supposed to do against this? That was such a touching story!
爪の赤を煎じて410に飲ませたい気持ちだ。
I wish 410 followed your example, even if just a little.
でも私はその感謝を相手に伝わるようにしていたのか疑問に思ったことがあります。
But I always get worried that my gratitude doesn't reach them, which causes me problems.
疑問
Reach them?
はい、
Yes,
私はみんなに感謝しています。
I'm truly thankful to everyone.
でもそれを誰にも伝えず分かってもらえず二度と会えない関係になってしまったら
Oh God.
その相手は私に感謝されたことはなかったと生涯思ってしまうでしょう。
But if I don't say it, they might never know about that. And if it so happens that I'll never meet them again, someone might live their entire life without knowing that they were people who were truly and wholeheartedly grateful to them for their help.
私が本当は感謝しているとしても
Even if such people did exist.
私たちはシエスタ姉妹この衛隊の兵士です。
We are the soldiers of the Chiester Imperial Guards.
いえ、命ある限り
All of
誰であ
us.
ってもある日突然人は二度と会話ができなくなる関係になります。
There will certainly come a day when we talk to each other for the last time.
突然訪れたその日に慌ててそれまでの感謝を伝えようと思っても
That day will come suddenly, unexpectedly.
もうそれを伝えることはできない。
And after that day, I'll no longer be able to thank the others.
その時相手は私のことをどう思うのでしょうね。
What would they think of me if such a thing happens?
Yep, Ryukishi, he did that with the Valentine's Day one too.
私はそれを思うと悲しいのです。
It's sad to think about this.
There were countless people she was thankful to, but she could never truly convey that to them. So, some of them thought that everyone considers them worthless. Oh god.
そしてその誤解を解く機会がある日突然永遠に失われたとしたら
Wow, oh god.
One day, you'll lose the opportunity to clear up those kinds of emotions.
その人に私は感謝されたことがない冷たい女の子だと永遠に思われ続けるでしょう。
Oh god.
And it will turn out that your comrade has thought you to be a cold-blooded and heartless being the whole time.
そして私もどうしてその時が訪れるまでそれを一度も伝えることができなかったのかと永遠に後悔するでしょう。
Wow.
I always regret letting an opportunity to convey my gratitude slip past me.
きっといつか思いが伝わる。
Surely they must understand.
言葉で伝えるのは野暮。
Words are unnecessary. Oh, surely they must understand. Words are unnecessary.
互いは通じ合ってるから今さら言葉なんて必要
Oh
ない。
god.
Words. We understand each other perfectly, so we don't need to say it out loud.
私そういうのが嫌いになったんです。
I hate hearing things like that.
Umi fucking Neko! God!
だから
Oh, jeez.
After all,
私は全ての人との出会いに常に次の機会が唐突に失われるかもしれないことを常に覚えています。
I'm always afraid to lose my next chance to see someone.
こうして00と話している今日でさえ最後の日かもしれない。
Today could even be the last day I'd ever see you, 00.
明日のあなたに私は出会える幸運を賜れないかもしれない。
I may not be lucky enough to meet you again tomorrow.
だから私は二度と
Oh, wow, jeez.
So that I don't miss my chance.
相手に感謝を伝える機会を逃したくなくて常にありがとうと相手に言い添えるのです。
I always say thanks whenever I can.
だからこんな話を聞いてくれて
And to you for listening to me.
ありがとう。
Thank you very much. Wow. That was a sad conversation. If 45 was to suddenly disappear one day, 410 would no doubt regret being unable to convey her gratitude to her. Or maybe 45 would forever be wrapped in the despair at never hearing a single thank you from her. Even though 410 was truly thankful to her.
だから
So,
私はあなたにもありがとうを
I want to thank you too.
不要だな、私には。
Oh God. I will never allow that! Huh?
私は分隊のリーダーとして誰も脱落
Oh
させない。
God. As the leader of this team, I will not allow anyone to die!
そのような無様を許さない。
I will never allow that to happen!
それは貴様とてだ。
That goes for you too, 556!
感謝の言葉をみだりに使い、いつでも我が分隊を抜け出せるように心の準備をするなど、不届き千番。
It disgusts me that you're throwing around those words of gratitude and acting as if we'll all disappear tomorrow!
そのふぬけた根性、この私がみっちりと叩き直してやる。
I will get you rid of that cowardice!
ようこそ我が分隊へ。貴様を歓迎する。
Welcome to my team! You're staying with us now!
ありがとうございますダブル
Thank you very much, Tableau.
シエスタ556着任します
Cheers to 556 reporting for duty. Oh God! From that day on, they became the personal guard of Lady Maria. What about you? You should also thank everyone dear to you while you still have the time. Oh God. Wow. Oh my God, you guys. Yep. Yeah, this is just the postscript unlocking, which we'll totally do because we have time. I'm glad. I was worried the stream would be a bit short, but oh jeez. Oh wow. No, it wasn't Eva. It was Rosa. Oh God. Here's a souvenir I bought back from my travels. Hope you enjoy it. Oh wow. So 556 same as Rem. Oh my God. And the character for some CL Newsert, which is something I totally gotta play someday. Because Arch and Elico 3 does not emulate well for some reason. Oh my God. Okay. On to the postscript. Wow! You guys! That was amazing! I think that, from what I remember, I think there's just like a note from Ryukishi.
いろいろなかけらがあるものね。
Oh, but I think not all, okay.
There are many different fragments here.
猫箱は底なし。
The cat box is truly bottomless.
分手を突っ込んでかき回せばまだまだいくらでも見つけられるんでしょうね。
Seriously, Berncastle, I agree with that completely. 556 does feel like she could be the main character of a show, with the others as like her supporting cast. It absolutely, and like Ryuichi made her feel like that within one short story. Jesus Louises creases. Oh god. Perhaps if you were to stick your hand inside, you'd find plenty more.
とりあえず今回集めてきたかけらがこんなところ。
These are all the fragments I managed to find so far.
もしあなたがまだまだかけらを求めるならば、
If you want
今
more,
度は
oh,
あなたが探しに行ったらいい。
search for them yourself.
猫箱の中に飛び込んであなた自身がかけらを探してみたらいい。
Jump into the cat box and explore the endless possibilities.
そのかけら探しに旅に出かける勇気を持てたなら、あなたも私たちの仲間。
If you're ready to search for even more fragments, you can consider yourself my partner.
私の仲間たちはあなたのことを航海者の魔女と呼ぶでしょうね。
A voyager, as witches would say.
陸の魔女は流れ着くかけらを待って浜辺に座していることしかできない。
Let the territory lord sit by the sea and wait for a new fragment to wash ashore.
しかし私たちは違う。
They aren't like us.
かけらの海へ、そして猫箱の中へ旅に出て、誰にも見つけられないかけらを手にし、それを自分だけのものにしてポケットにしまうの。
I love that idea, Berncastle, of Angie reviving 556 by writing a story about her.
We traveled to see if fragments in the cat box, finding new fragments that were never discovered by anyone.
かけらの海に漂うのはかけらばかりじゃない。
But fragments aren't the only thing found in this sea.
義書作家たちによって生み出された義書のかけらもいくつも漂ってる。
Sometimes forgeries created by false authors also drift here.
それらは時に滑稽だけれど、時に衝撃的。
Some of them are funny and some of them are shocking.
あるいは時に戦場的で、時に旋律さえ覚えさせる。
Some of them are so grand that they make your whole body shudder.
陸には決して流れ着かぬそんなかけらを集められるのも私たちの特権。
We can gather these kinds of fragments as well. They would never reach the land.
それどころか船の上で私たちも新たな義書を記し、それを海に投じることもできる。
We could even write new forgeries ourselves and throw them into the sea.
運よく陸にたどり着いたなら、浜辺の魔女たちは私の義書を奪い合って読んでくれるのかしら。
If our forgeries were to make it to the land, would the witches waiting there read them?
それを思うととても愉快。
That idea amuses me.
かけらあさりより義書作家の方が楽しい魔女もいるらしいしね。
Some witches seem to enjoy creating forgeries, even more than searching for fragments.
ベアトリーチェのゲーム版はすでに終わって閉じられている。
This is the end of Beatrice's game board.
にもかかわらず、まだ観客席を立たない魔女たち。
But I see that some witches are still waiting in the audience to see more.
あなたたちは浜辺に流れ着くのを待つ陸の魔女？
Are you one of those waiting at the beach?
それとも航海者の魔女なのかしら？
Are you a voyager, or perhaps a forger?
もちろん、どちらでも構わないけれど。
Well, I don't really care.
Oh wow, Berncastle. I wish I had the talent to write.
もしあなたと再会できるなら、 それはかけらの大海原の中がいいわね。
But if we could meet again, let us meet here, in the Sea of Fragments.
じゃあね、今回の手土産はこれでおしまい。
And for now, I shall take my leave.
バイバイ、陸の魔女たち。
Goodbye, Territory Lords.
そして海の魔女たち。
Goodbye, Voyagers.
近いうちにまたね。
Let us meet again sometime in the future. I don't know, whenever I read back on stuff I wrote, I don't think it's good. So, yeah, I just don't have that kind of talent. Trust me. Just like I wish I could draw, too. Y'all who can do these things are so blessed. Look at these credits that we can't read. Sounds like an Animal Crossing kind of song right here. Oh, jeez. Here's the Chiester numbers right there. I assume it's just a list of the characters. Oh my god. Oh, the Higurashi! Oh, it's a piano version of Higurashi. It's fine. It's fine. No way. I was not expecting you to. Jesus, Louises Creases. Mzaki. And all the composers now here. Sunny, round booster architecture, Zaki pomegranate cap, round booster architecture 5 on, round booster architecture pomegranate. Amory inside. Here we go. Patrick Leonhardt SC, Zaki ILU, Studio ZTS. Yo, you Feetworks, do. Special thanks, all 07th expansion, all something else. I think this was actually skipped because of a glitch during my very first time playing this in the other one, and like it crashed before the credits could load. So this is my first time seeing the credits to Tsubasa. Entagram, who made this Switch version and all like the really nice versions of Umineko possible. Oh, it's going by itself. Okay. Yep, and now we got honey. Oh, would you look at that? We got a new background. Really? Those credits weren't in the original? But I do know that the original Tsubasa had crashed. Yep. Oh wow, so we have to read Hane's stories in order. Next time, we finish off with these two. Of course, we're doing fucking Hane. I remember having an absolute blast reading this story. And I can't wait to read it again. Superiously, oh you guys. Thank you so much for being with me today and reading these. I was so worried that this would be a short stream, but nope. It's, yeah. just slightly shorter than usual, so that's totally fine. I'm really glad that it all worked out that way. Probably because of the voices, the voice acting made it a bit longer. Oh my god, you guys. Next time we do Hane, just to get the color election. This was one of the most fun Umineko short stories I remember. It was amazing and hilarious and too badass. Seriously. And 14 over XXX is a cool little like lead into the fighting game, which I gotta play someday. So let's see, what day is today? Thursday, right? So on Sunday we're gonna be doing these two. And tomorrow, look out for some more Root Devil. So until then, I will say so long, farewell, lovely to say good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.